What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm going to be taking on Ryoma's limited hero battle, and I'm going to be giving you guys a free to play guide, and the timestamps are on your seek bar as well as in the description right below that like button. So I'm going to go from Lunatic to ABYSSAL, and if you guys do not know, they have actually upgraded the difficulty of these battles, these limited hero battles. So previously in like limited hero battle of Grima and Lyn, the ABYSSAL difficulty wasn't actually ABYSSAL, it was Infernal, which was just named ABYSSAL, and Infernal was actually Lunatic. But I guess that was just to make it fair because we are on some tight restrictions. But this time they have decided to go all out with the 5 difficulties, and I think it's gonna be like this from here on out. So ABYSSAL map actually has ABYSSAL stats, and that's definitely pretty hard with, you know, restrictions and limited roster if you have that. So let's begin with the Lunatic Solution first. I'm going to be using my Winter Jaffar here. You need to give him Armored Boots Sacred Seal. And that's really good with Minty Kain because he can always just, you know, be in the Armored Boots range. Then we have got Ninian with no Sacred Seal. Fiora, Summer Fiora is really good free to play unit for this map. And Attack Defense Bond 1 is what she needs. And then we have got Bridal Louise, and she needs to have attack +3 or any kind of sacred seal that can give her +3 attack. So that is going to be my team, and let's begin with Lunatic. And this map is still pretty challenging. We do have some decent FE7 units, but still, you know, this map is quite challenging. So let us begin and destroy this obstacle right here so that this archer can attack us. And Jaffar is fast enough on the Lunatic difficulty to naturally double a lot of these enemies. So Winter Jaffar is a pretty good unit, and even though he's an armor unit, those are not really the ideal ones for these battles. But because of his self-sustainability with Minty Kain, he's actually a pretty good option, I'd say.
Is that snow?
So we just take out this lance fighter, and then we also snipe this green mage right here. And yeah, this armor is going to be using the guidance, which is super annoying. So we're going to use this chance to attack this thief.
Got it.
And Jaffar does have quite a bit of defense, so this thief does no damage.
I do.
And we're going to go ahead and get some damage on this guy. And then we actually want to have our Ninian in the range of this bow fighter and the sword fighter so that she can enter the escape route range, basically. And I like how Ninian is cosplaying Silk, basically, from Shadows of Valentia with this accessory. It's really adorable on her. So yeah, Ninian is quite low in HP, and that's exactly what we want because we're going to be taking out this bow fighter this turn, and we're going to be creating a semi choke point, I'd say, with this Axe Knight. He does a weary fighter.
For you.
So we just attack this bow fighter, do quite a bit of damage, and now we warp with Ninian.
Is that snow?
And we just use swap and destroy this obstacle so that we can have more space on our hands. So this physic healer is going to come down to heal up the sword fighter, and that's all good. We actually do need the debuff on the sword fighter to take him out because he does have safeguard, and he also has distant defense, so really annoying enemy in general. So you want to go ahead and take out this troubadour, get the exact lethal on her, which is fantastic. And now you have got the defense debuff on this guy.
Right you are.
So Flora needs the attack defense bond sacred seal to secure this. And now we just take out this blue mage here. We only have 2 enemies left. Ryoma does have distant counter, but Louise can actually just one-shot him. So we're gonna get some debuff on him actually.
For you.
Because without that, it's a bit hard to take him out and one-shot him. And you need the attack +3 sacred seal here to pretty much get the exact lethal right here.
Of course.
And that's basically it. Now we just have this fridge left, who has got Blazing Wind for some reason and AoE special on a Weary Fighter armor unit.
Got it.
I truly don't get some of these units, honestly.
The road to
And yeah, Louise gonna get the exact lethal, and that's gonna be it for the Lunatic difficulty. And now let's move on to the Infernal one. For the Infernal Solution, I'm going to be using the same team, but the strategy is going to be much different. So Infernal is no joke, especially with the free-to-play roster that we have right now and the limited options I've got. So I need a bit of juice here for the Infernal, so I'm using Brazen Attack Speed here, which is insanely offensive Sacred Seal, and that is required to one-shot Ryoma, because Ryoma is actually kind of hard to one-shot for Brad and Louise. And you only need one skill inheritance on this solution. It just needs to be Glacies or Dragon Fang. Dragon Fang in many situations is actually going to be out-damaging Glacies with this team, but I just had Glacies inherited already, so you could run this, and you basically need this for a bit of oomph. So make sure to run this on your Louise. And then we've got Ninian with Attack Tactic, which is the best buffing Sacred Seal, so that's going to be helping a lot, giving us the oomph. And Fiora here with Aerobatics 2. You don't really need version 3 here, but version 1 will not work because she actually takes some Savage Blow damage, which just puts her out of the range of Aerobatics, which is really sad. So Aerobatics 2 is all you need. And then at last we have got Winter Jaffar. So usually I don't use weapon refines in these free-to-play guides, but like I need a bit of a speed here. So Minticane Speed Refine gives him +2 speed and +2 HP. If you cannot afford to refine this, or if you don't want to, then you could run Summoner Support rank A on him, and he'll be able to get the HP and speed which he requires that way. He also needs to have Attack Speed Bond 3 Sacred Seal, because these ninjas are actually really fast, but Jaffar can actually get faster than them with the help of this and naturally just double them without utilizing something like Quick Riposte. And the attack power which he gets from this is really good and has amazing synergy with the slot A. So that is going to be Infernal, and let us begin. Infernal does go quite differently compared to the Lunatic Solution because we have this Thief on the right side. And even if you don't have these units, and even if the solution doesn't work out for you, you could still apply the general choke point strategy which I'm going to be using for the solution. So you want to start off by destroying the structure here, then using swap on Jaffar, and then destroying this structure so that we can have more space.
Yes.
And now, as you can see, Jaffar has got 45 speed. He hits 50 speed to be exact with the Bond's Sacred Seal, and that is enough to double this guy. So we're gonna use Fiora with the Aerobatics to have Jaffar activate his bonds, and we take out this extremely annoying Smoke Dagger enemy on the very first turn, so that's really good.
I do.
Can enter the Brazen range by attacking this Green Mage with Louise.
Of course.
And you need a bit of debuff on this Lance Fighter before you could take him out. Just get that from Jaffar.
Can do.
Right you are.
And that's gonna be it. So Glacies there is gonna be used, but you don't really need that right there. And as you can see, Ryoma has started to move on the right side. And basically the strategy I'm gonna be using for this map is to create a choke point with the abundance of range units this map has. And that can help you stall out Ryoma in a way. And Ryoma with guidance can be really annoying. So that's what I'm gonna be doing.
The road to happiness.
We tag the Sword Fighter and charge up our Glacies, of course, which is gonna be super useful. So Glacies is charged up now, and you wanna swap places with Jaffar and just create this choke point. Ryoma is not gonna be moving from there, and that is the best thing. So we just have him over there on standby. And we can use this opportunity to attack this Troubadour. And swap places with Jaffar. And you actually need the reciprocal aid to heal up Louise so that she can survive a hit from this bow fighter. So we're gonna go over here and just use the healing, and Jaffar can get the HP back with Minticane, so it's not that big of a deal that he shares some HP with Louise, and this is gonna be required to survive this bow fighter right here. And because Jaffar can naturally double with that attack speed bond, he recovers more HP. So as you saw, that was pretty close interaction right there. So Louise barely took out that Vantage bow fighter. So now you want to go and attack this Lance Fighter. And then you just want to hide behind Ninian,
The road to happiness.
because this guy has got Rider's Bane and you don't want to mess with that whatsoever. And now you just want to take out this Troubadour.
A mission?
So Fiora can give some space to Jaffar. And Ninian is a pretty nice bulky dancer. She can definitely take few hits here and there. And yeah, this guy's gonna survive with that miracle, which is super annoying. But that's all good. Because we're gonna be using this opportunity to just go ahead and destroy this
For you.
archer finally. And we also take out this lance fighter right here. And now you just want to have your Louise just go over here
Can do.
in the safe position outside of the range of this poison dagger thief. Cannot let our Louise get poisoned, of course. And now we can just retreat a bit because Ryoma is closing in the gap.
I must focus.
And escape route and just bamboozle these two guys who were following Ninian. And Jaffar can definitely take the hit from this thief, of course. And Ryoma goes back there to attack our low defense units. So you want to take out Ryoma right here. Louise in the Brazen Sacred Seal range
A mission?
is gonna be enough to take out Ryoma, as you'll see with the exact lethal of 66 damage. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. And now we just have this this armor left. So he's really not that big of a deal.
Of course.
And we can just use Jaffar, I guess, for
you.
just attacking this axe armor. And once this axe armor goes on this side of the map, we can just bombard him with a lot of attacks.
Can do.
So you just want to have this axe armor go over here on this side so that Jaffar can just do quite a bit of damage. And that is perfect. Yep.
Is that snow?
Yeah, so taking out these armor units at the end is of course gonna be a bit tedious and a bit annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta
The
do.
road to happiness.
Yeah, so he's coming after our Louise, but Louise can definitely attack him for a bit.
Got it.
And we can basically just end it now because Louise can definitely just knock him out of the Weary Fighter range. And
Must focus.
so that is going to be an Infernal Solution with free-to-play units and only one skill inheritance in Glacis or Dragonfang on your Louise. And now, let us move on to the big bad Abyssal. Abyssal is absolutely brutal with the free-to-play roster that we have got for FE7 and the strict limitations that we have with the free-to-play units. And I was really not going to be sitting here for 10 to 13 hours like I usually do, trying to figure out a solution because I'm really mentally exhausted, honestly. So unfortunately, I had to cut some corners, so I do apologize for that. And basically, I had to use a 5-star Nino. But Nino is such a popular and common unit that so many people have upgraded at 5-star. And she's extremely common, very powerful, and this is a completely neutral IV Nino. So if you have a plus attack or plus speed 1, it's going to be making it even better for you. So she just needs to have Dragonfang as her special, and Fury 3 and Desperation 1. You don't even need Desperation 3 here. So even a 3-star Mei could be foddered off for the Desperation 1. And of course Brazen attack speed so that she can get the oomph and the power. So had to resort to using Nino, even though she's not a natively available 5-star unit. But still, Nino has been given out multiple times in the lifespan of the game as a free-to-play unit. And like she's dirt common at this point in the game since she's been available since launch. And then I've got Bridal Louise. You could actually use Brave Lynn in place of her. In fact, I was actually using Brave Lynn first. Then I realized, Intelligent Systems just discontinued the free summon of Choose Your Legends 1, so I'd better use Bridal Louise just in case. But still, you could definitely replace Bridal Louise with Brave Lynn. All you would need to do is run Dragonfang as her special, that's it. I'm running Glacis here. So Glacis on Bridal Louise does do the job in one-shotting Ryoma. You don't really need to even like have the need of having Sake's Blessing because we're just gonna be one-shotting him. So that's all you need. And you need to have Smite on your Louise here because we're gonna be using some Smite strategies to gain the upper hand against the enemy. And you need to have Deathblow 3 Sacred Seal once again for the bit of oomph. So Brave Lynn does work, and Bridal Louise and Brave Lynn in general are so interchangeable because of their stat spread. So if Bridal Louise does not work out for you, then you could easily use Brave Lynn. And then I've got Ninian here. So Wings of Mercy 1, you don't need version 2 or 3 because I know canes are really hard to come by. So just need Wings of Mercy 1, attack tactic and speed tactic in order to buff up our offensive units because the pressure on Abyssal is absolutely brutal. And at last we have got Halloween Dorcas. So you need to have defense refined on his Hako Lantern. If you cannot afford or you don't want to do this, then you could run Summoner Support rank B on him. That would give him the HP and the defense. But that is not going to be enough, so at that point you could run Sacred Cowl as a special, or you could run Brazen Attack Defense on his slot A, or even Brazen Defense Res from Male Kana. Attack Smoke or Threaten Attack are also viable options for his slot C in order to reduce the damage output of the enemy. So all of those options are available. I just wanted to use the simplest one, which is the Weapon Refine. And most people do Weapon Refine for this already if they use him in Arena Assault and stuff like that. So Dorcas is also kind of replaceable with someone like Legendary Hector, I'd say, if you have him. But be sure to take off this encounter off of your mans because we are not trying to take out these enemies. We're trying to create a choke point, as always. So, you know, Legendary Hector could work out because his defense is really high. So that could be done. And that's gonna be the Abyssal team. It's really, really insane, honestly.
Do my best.
And now that the Abyssal maps of Limited Hero Battles have the actual Abyssal stats, it's gonna get even harder now. I'm not even sure how it's gonna be with something like Legendary Tiki's Abyssal map. Alright, so you wanna start off by taking out this Lance Fighter with Nino.
Okay.
Attack speed tactic is perfect for buffing up our Nino, and you actually do not want to have Hun attack. Keep in mind, you don't want to have Hun attack here because if you have that, then it's gonna create some problems. I forgot to mention this in team preview, but also have Fortress defense on your Ninian if she's plus attack or if she has way too much attack. You could always downgrade her breath to light breath, the non-plus version. So I'm just putting it out there like at start of the solution because that just slipped my mind.
Got it.
So apologize for that. And you want to break that obstacle, Smite Dorcas.
Yes.
Smite Dorcas again, and this allows us to basically create a choke point on the right side of the map. And this is pretty universal strategy, which you could use on this map, honestly, with like number of units. And I figured I'd use this because Winter Jaffar was not working out on Abyssal. He's just not bulky enough. So needed to call our man
Of course.
who got poisoned.
Do my best.
And you wanna attack that Axe Armor for a bit of damage because this guy has got reciprocal aid. So that's just forcing him to use his assist to heal himself up.
Right
So you want to have your Louise over here and then attack this thief. This thief is not going to go down anytime soon because his buddy, Troubadour, is going to show up. And Dorcas right now takes 0 damage. This Bowfighter is going to teleport all the way from America to Japan with the guidance to attack Dorcas. And you just want to actually attack this Sword Fighter with your Nino first. This guy has got attack smoke. We actually want to get smoked, believe it or not, because we don't want to do too much damage to this guy. So we're going to be using the attack smoke to our advantage here by having the attack smoke debuff on Louise as well as Ninian. So you just want to do 4 times 2, and then you want to use Wings of Mercy, teleport over here, and bring him down quite low. So Ninian is actually fast enough to avoid double from this guy, and she can definitely do decent amount of damage even though she has like 30 attack. So make sure your Ninian doesn't have too much attack because you at least want this guy to have more than like 10 HP at the very least so that our Louise can charge up her Glacies. Alright, so you want to go ahead and take out this Lance Fighter with Nino. And of course attack this thief as per usual. And now we're gonna be charging up our Glacies. So that's why I smoked myself with the attack smoke so that I could charge up my specials. It's really important for these battles, especially when I do them with free-to-play units, to have the correct special cooldown for a certain enemy. Because that is basically the win condition right there. So here, Ryoma is gonna come in. He thinks he can take on Ninian, Louise, and Nino, but that's not gonna be happening because he's gonna eat this fat Glacies
Right you are.
in his chin armor. And this is gonna be pretty exact lethal actually.
What a happy occasion.
Yeah, happy occasion, taking out ABYSSAL Ryoma just like that. So that is indeed happy. And that's it. You needed Glacies for that. You could also use Dragon Fang. Dragon Fang is probably going to be providing you with more damage output, but as I said, I just had Glacies, so Glacies works too.
Keep your tricks.
And now that Ryoma is gone, it's a big headache out of the way because he is powerful and he has got distant counter. And he also has Deflect Missile in case you brought a Brave Bow Archer or something like that. Alright, so we just nuke this Blue Mage into oblivion with that Dragon Fang. And you just want to have your Nane over here.
The road to happiness.
We're eventually going to take out this thief actually.
Got it.
So we attack this guy, and next turn we could definitely just take him out. And here we're going to be attacking this Axe Knight so that we can get some damage on him.
I do.
So yeah, this Cleric is really attached to that thief, just going to be healing him up and completely forgets about this Axe Armor here. So we take out the thief,
Okay.
we take out the Axe Knight.
Yes.
So that is perfect.
Do my best.
And we have our units like this. And now the thief, the Cleric, is just gonna trap herself in.
Got it.
And even she wants some candy from Dorcas, so she's just gonna be doing this. Honestly, it's gonna get annoying, so I'm just gonna close in the gap right here and have this archer move up. And yeah, basically we just use this to our advantage.
You are.
Got it.
She does have Live to Serve, which is really annoying right here.
I do.
So you can actually just use Smite here with your Nino. And we're gonna be doing that when she comes in into the pocket of Dorcas.
The road to
So just wanna use Smite here. And we take out this bow fighter with ease.
Of course.
And then
Keep your
we
tricks.
attack this Troubadour.
Yes.
And once again, we're pretty much done here because we can just take out this
Do my best.
Troubadour with that. And Nino is gonna finish this job with that Blade Tome, and that is gonna be the ABYSSAL. I actually could trap this archer if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna waste that much time. We're just gonna take him out with the Blade Tome, and that's gonna be it. Alright, so Nino definitely did a pretty fantastic job, and I hope this helps you to get the toilet papers. You know, toilet papers could be useful if you're aiming for a certain fodder. Otherwise, it might not be worth the stress. I'm quickly gonna give you guys a solution for hard in case you just want to collect the toilet papers and you're short on time and you don't really care about the other modes, so you could at least do this. It's really, really fast and you're gonna be skipping a lot of reinforcements because of the method that I'm gonna be using. So we're just gonna be starting off with Jaffar. And Jaffar needs to have Armored Boot, Sacred Seal. You don't really need anything on your Ninian or on your Louise.
Is that snow?
So we just get that. We break this obstacle with Louise and we take out the Serene Mage. We don't fear Ryoma on the hard difficulty at all because he only does 16 damage to Jaffar despite the weapon strangle advantage. So that's pathetic.
The road to happiness.
And you just want to go ahead and be over here. And you want to take out this thief, and that's going to be the map. You're going to be avoiding the reinforcements here because you're going to be finishing off these guys right here and now. So that's going to be it for my guide. I hope you guys found this helpful and you enjoyed this. Share this video with your friends who are trying to beat this insane battle to get some toilet papers. I want to thank all of my YouTube members for their support, and if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and also make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Because YouTube sub boxes also patiently wait for 25 turns, like Ryoma, before sending you the video. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.